Hello, everyone. Good morning. I hope everyone has had a great last night's sleep. All right, today is 25th of November, Monday, correct? So I hope everyone is having a great start to the week. And yes, being Monday, we are back to work. We are back to the markets are open, and we will be updating you in terms of what are the necessary changes or the recent updates that have taken place. All right, so before I start the session, I just want to make sure that people can hear me. I hope I'm audible. I hope my voice is audible and people can see me, right? So I hope there is no technical glitch that is taking place. All right, let's start with today's first live streaming session. All right, so by a quick introduction about the one and only Harsh. I am Harsh. I have 8 years of trading experience. I have been trading the financial markets, particularly the forex markets, the commodity markets such as gold, oil, silver, copper, platinum, as well as the US based indices such as the S&P 500, the Dow Jones 30, and the Nasdaq 100. We are currently looking at the Indian share market also, whereby we are analyzing the blue chip indices such as Nifty and Sensex, as well as looking for trading opportunities in individual Indian shares. I am more of a technical trader. I specialize in technical analysis such as supply demand, price action, order flow analysis, swing analysis, wave analysis, and Fibonacci retracement analysis. When it comes to technical analysis, the field is so vast and expansive, but we would be focusing on the categories that I have mentioned previously. I have been blessed to be trained and to be mentored by some of the brightest minds in the financial markets. I have had the privilege to be provided with experience from people who used to work as flow traders on the Chicago Mercantile Exchange. So it has been a blessing in disguise for me to learn from such bright-minded people. I have been successful in handling $20 million worth of portfolio, and on top of that I have been able to generate around 30 to 35% profitability on an annual basis. The reason I'm showcasing my credentials and uh, my qualifications are because you can be rest assured that when Harsh is here, there is nothing to fear. You are, clear and you are at peace when you understand that the information that is being provided to you is provided by someone who has the knowledge, who has the experience, and who has the expertise to back it up. All right, so I hope everyone is good to go. I can see Sophia in the chat house. Good morning, Sophia. I hope you had a great night's sleep yesterday, and I hope you're pretty charged for this particular week. All right, so first and foremost, let me start today's live streaming session by asking you a quick question. Do you think it is possible to make money in the financial markets, or do you think it is hard to make money in the financial markets? If you think it's easy to make money in the markets, type 1. And if you think that Harsh, I don't think so, it is easy to make money in the financial markets, type 2. Remember, the live streaming sessions that we are having need to be having a reciprocation. I need your inputs in the form of chats, right? Comments and chats in the chat box, because I will be the one who would be talking the most. But when it comes to understanding people in whether they are able to understand the concepts I'm providing, or whether they are having any kind of query or question, I will be able to identify and then get back to you. So it's very important that you make use of the chat box and keep reciprocating with me as well. Second, but most importantly, we have been having, since our community has been growing at a rapid pace, we are having investors and traders from different parts of India, and they get back to me. Most of them tell me that, Harsh, you are so great when it comes to informing us about the markets and analyzing the markets, but we are not able to understand English completely. तो उन लोगों के लिए अगर आपको लगता है कि आपकी इंग्लिश कमज़ोर है और आप चाहते हो कि मैं हिंदी में भी बात करूं, तो प्लीज़ आप कमेंट बॉक्स में जाके टाइप कीजिए कि हर्ष टॉक इन हिंदी ऑल्सो, बिकॉज the community is so broad and expansive. I have to make sure that I can cater to everyone, right? So I can talk in English and I can talk in Hindi as well. But for that, you have to mention in the chat box that you want me to talk in Hindi as well. तो अगर आपको लगता है आपकी इंग्लिश कमजोर है, आप प्लीज कमेंट बॉक्स में लिखिए कि हर्ष टॉक इन हिंदी as well. Coming back to the question that I was asking, do you think it is easy to make money in the financial markets, or do you think it is hard to make money? I'm pretty sure many of you would be saying that yes, Harsh, we know it is possible to make money in the financial markets, but maybe we do not know how to make money, or maybe we do not have the right information, the right guidance of a mentor, or the right tools and resources, to be consistent in the financial markets. And that is exactly what I am here, correct? So I have been here for the purpose of getting you to be in terms of making you aware that yes, it is possible to make money in the financial markets, correct? You really have to be, give me a minute. You really have to be aware in terms, just give me a minute. You really have to be aware that yes, it is possible to make money in the markets, but what is most important is that you be certain that people like Harsh, companies like Dolphin Markets are able to provide you with that set of tools that are necessary, correct? So, as I was mentioning, we have been having our diligent process of providing you with information in terms of trading opportunities, right? So, what is the entire purpose of having these live streaming sessions? The main purpose of having these live streaming sessions is for us to provide you with valuable content in terms of analysis, content in terms of trading opportunities, right? We call them as hot stock recommendations, and content in terms of education. So when you're getting so much of information at your disposal, and that too valuable information, correct? So I think it is of crucial importance that you be associated with Dolphin Markets and you understand that Harsh is, the person, the mentor to be with, who can provide us with learning opportunities and with earning opportunities. So we have been maintaining diligently our stock tracking, correct? So stock tracking is nothing but a financial sheet that we have been mentioning, showcasing based on consistent, diligent, and meticulous record keeping, right? We have been informing in terms of the trades that have been running and when the trades have been placed, right? So all the way from 19th of September, 18th of September, all the way till 19th of November, we have been diligent in taking trades and placing trades and closing trades, right? It's only when you close a trade that you are able to generate profits. So we have been quite diligent and quite consistent, right? Over a span of 2 months, right? We have just crossed the 2 months barrier, and on a span of more than just around 2 months, with 37 trades that have been taken, we have been able to achieve a profitability of 152%, right? Not just this, we have some updates that we would be focusing on where certain trades have been hit in terms of a profit target. Since the market has opened on a very high and strong bullish note, we would be looking at the markets soon. But the main purpose of these live streaming sessions is for you to make money. And how do you make money? Is by following Harsh, by attending our live streaming sessions, and following the step by step guidance that is being provided to you. All right. So please make sure that you are a part of Dolphin Markets and you're attending all my live streaming sessions. It is only when you're attending all my live streaming sessions is when you can have the potential to make good amount of money, right? So we have the stock tracking, where we have been very, very successful in the last 2 months. Remember, we have been taking trades not on, not just based on one or two trades. We have been diligently and consistently taking trades and closing trades for the profitability with an average profitability of 5, right? So we have attained 152% profitability. All right, before I will showcase in terms of what stocks have hit target, it is important for me to showcase you with trading opportunities, right? Everyone is here to make money. Yes, we will talk about the trades which have been closed at a profit, but first and foremost, let me provide you with today's hot stock recommendation. But before I provide you with today's hot stock recommendation, I need to make sure that you are present. Remember, you have to be present for my live streaming sessions. Only then we can provide you with trading recommendations, right? Hot stock recommendations. And second, but most importantly, keep your brokerage account open, because I might be giving you a lot of information, but you cannot convert it to monetary value by just looking at what I'm talking. You have to take action. So keep your brokerage account open as well. I will be providing you with today's first hot stock recommendation. All right, let's go and look at today's hot stock recommendation. All right, but I hope people have kept their accounts open, right? We would be looking at NFL, National Fertilizers Limited. Now, this particular company is in the process industries, chemicals, and agricultural sector, right? We have been looking at the company which has been engaging in the manufacture and sale of fertilizer products. So it is basically manufacturing and selling fertilizers, right? So based on this particular hot stock, I will be providing you with the parameters of where to enter and where to close your trade for a profit. But before that, please make sure be consistent in the live streaming sessions and keep your brokerage account open, keep your trading account open so that you can click the buttons, take the trades, follow the instructions that Harsh is telling, and make money. All right. So let me give you the parameters for going long. So we would be planning to go long around 110 to 113, and with our 5% profitability, right? By now everyone would be aware that I would be providing you and will be focusing more on the 5% profitability, because that is where we would be making money, correct? So this is the current parameter in terms of entry and the 5% profitability. Hopefully people are following what I'm saying. Again, let me quickly, once I will showcase you on the charts in terms of where to enter, I will go and I'll update the analysis sheet where I will show you all the details again, right? And most importantly, please everyone be aware that we would be requiring you to calculate your position size based on 10 to 15%, right? We are not gamblers, we are traders, right? We are analyzing the markets, and based on high probability trades, we are providing you with recommendations of which stock has potential to make money. So always make sure the position size between 10 to 15%. Let me quickly reiterate you, we are planning to go long on NFL. Our entry is going to be between 110 to 113, 113, with our 5% profitability target being between 116 and 120. All right, I hope everyone has got a clear idea. For people who want to take a screenshot, I'm giving you 5 seconds. All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We are good to go. Let me go and let me update it on our analysis sheet, right? So as and how hot stock recommendations, as and how hot stock recommendations are shared to you, I have to update it on a real-time basis so that people can see it for themselves that yes, it is possible to make money, to make profits consistently, right? So let me just update the values. So we have today being the 25th of November. This is the hot stock that we that I have just provided you with the details of. It is NFL National Fertilizers Limited, listed on the National Stock Exchange. We are planning to go long between 110 to 113, and our main target, which is the 5% profitability target, is going to be between 116 and 120. We do provide you with additional two targets as well, which is first target price and second target price. But please be aware that since the main purpose of our live streaming sessions is for you to make consistent profits, we are focusing on the 5%, right? But anyways, I will give you the targets for the first and second target price levels as well. Between 130 to 135 for target number one, and target number two will be between 140 and 150. All right, everyone, I hope you can be clear and aware in terms of the parameters. Make sure you are attending all the live streaming sessions, because you never know when a hot stock recommendation can be shared, correct? So, nonetheless, today's first hot stock recommendation, NFL, listed on the National Stock Exchange. For those of you who want to take screenshots, can take. I'm giving you 5 seconds, all right? If any one of you is particularly asking for our analysis sheet in terms of our stock tracking and stock holding, if you are keen on having a copy of our records in terms of our analysis sheet, you are very welcome to have it. But you will have to get back to my assistant, and they will provide you with the required details. All right. Hope everyone has taken the screenshot. You just don't have to take the screenshot. You have to take action. Remember, it is very important for you to take action. The only way that you can make money is by taking action, correct? All right, so I hope everyone has taken this particular trading idea. All right, now let us go back to the to our watch list. Since there have been a couple of trades that have hit our target, right? So there are trades that have hit our targets based on the 5% profitability that we keep talking. They are none other than, one second first. Let me just add this particular hot stock to our watch list. All right, so now that it is there on our watch list, we will be keeping a track on this. Make sure price is right around the area of our entry. We are providing you with the parameters. Make sure you follow it and make sure that you make money. All right, so we have been talking of certain hot stock recommendations that were provided to you in the past, right? We'll be focusing on those and how they have updated, right? So first we'll be focusing on Marine Electrical, right? This particular company is based and is basically engaging in the business of providing integrated electrical solutions and automation solutions, right? So it particular comes in the distribution and wholesale distributors, and it comes into the IT sector because it is into automation of technology and auto components. So this particular hot stock had been provided to you on 24th. This had been provided to you on 19th. So 19th is, one second. Yes, this particular hot stock was provided to you on this particular day, and as you can see, the prices had eventually come to the 5%. For those who were able to capitalize on this by the 21st of November itself, that is commendable. But for those who were not able to who were not able to book the targets, we have been able, and prices have come right into our our 5% profit taking area, correct? So let me see, we have achieved an additional 5%, right? So today has been a very good day. The markets have been on an optimistic note. Based on the results of the elections in Maharashtra, there has been a very strong consensus of bullish sentiment coming out. And with bullish sentiment coming out, with the indices gapping up, today the index of Nifty has gapped up by 1.6%. With that appreciation or power or sentiment of bullishness, the stocks also will be having, right? Because if the index is performing well, the majority of the stocks would be performing well, correct? So let us go and update for all of those who have been able to take trades on Marine Electrical. A huge congratulations to everyone. You have done phenomenal. Why? Because you have made the 5% profitability. As and how we are talking about this particular trade, let me go and update it on our sheets as well. So marine electrical, all right. This marine electrical, based on our analysis, had already hit target, but just for those people who had missed to close the trade, the prices are back, and as you can see, we have achieved the target as well. All right, target of 5%. Whether you consider it to be 21st or whether you consider it to be 25th, which is today, has it achieved the 5% profitability? And the answer is yes. To all of those who have taken the trade, today the prices are well inside the 5% profitability. If you have taken, I am proud of you, because at the end, since we are taking so much of effort in providing you with hot stock recommendations, and for people who are understanding the value that Harsh as well as dolphin markets are providing, and we are proud of you because you are taking action, and based on you taking action on the instructions that we are providing to you, you are able to make profits, right? And that too, profits consistently. All right, let me get back to WPS and make sure that the values have been updated. All right, so we have updated with Marine International. It's not just Marine International, but it is also another trade that we will be focusing on that has achieved the 5% profitability, and we are talking of none other than Evantil. All right, now this particular hot stock that was provided to you on 19th being last week's Tuesday. All right, so Eventil has also come and has hit our profitability target. Yes, we do have an additional entry that was provided on 24th of October. Nonetheless, remember, the markets are based on probabilities. The markets do not run on certainties, correct? So for all of those who think that just because if we state a recommendation, it has to always go in our favor, not necessarily, right? There are a lot of macroeconomic factors which are also taken into consideration. We have still the FIIs, the foreign institutional investors, who are pulling out funds from the Indian economy and investing it into other economies such as China and USA. We still have a lot of geopolitical uncertainty that is going across the globe, as well as the weaker than expected quarterly earning reports that have been coming out, correct? So there are still factors which are which are largely at play. We call them as macroeconomic factors. But nonetheless, with this particular hot stock recommendation on Evantil, now what is Evantil? Evantil is basically it is engaging in the manufacture of telecommunication equipment, right? So it comes into the IT sector, and it comes into the telecommunications equipment sector as well. The hot stock recommendation that was provided last Tuesday at between 145 and 148 has taken its time, but has eventually hit the 5% profitability target as well. So let me make sure that this is updated as well in our WPS. All right, WPS is the software that we are using, so do not get confused whether why not Excel and why just WPS. I mean, it serves the purpose, so why not? All right, so we have been looking at Evantil, which was provided to you between 145 and 148. All right, let me just make sure that I am updating it as and how we are talking about it, right? So Evantel has finally come closer to our target area, and not just coming closer to our target area, it has even achieved the target that we were looking for. Let me just update the lines. So the entry price was between 145 and 148. I will update the timing as well. In terms of the price setting target, the prices have hit target as of today. Today being the 25th, right? Monday, with the take profit level. So the take profit level that we had provided was between 152 and 155. 152, 155 prices have gone exactly as you can see on the charts. Prices, the target that was provided, prices have hit the 5%. Now, whether you had entered at 145 or whether you had entered at 148, the prices have hit both the parameters, right? The entire range of the 5% profitability has been hit. So we have achieved the 5% profitability on this particular hot stock recommendation. For people who have taken this hot stock recommendation that was provided to you on 19th of November and who have been able to book the targets, who have been able to book the trades at a profit of 5%. A very good job to each and every one of you. I'm proud of you. All right. Let me just go and update it as we were updating, right? So let me just go and make sure that the values have been updated. All right. In terms of the time at which this particular trade was placed, just give me a minute. Event was provided to you and the timing was around 15:15. All right, so let me just update the time. All right, so as you can see, we have been able to achieve, right? The power of our live streaming sessions are such that based on a real time basis, we are able to provide you with hot stock recommendations and as and how the targets are being approached and have been accomplished. We are updating our sheets on a real time basis to showcase the power of dolphin markets, to showcase the power of Harsh's hot stock recommendations. Remember, everyone who's attending these particular live streaming sessions are coming with one goal and one goal in mind, and that is, are you able to make money, correct? And for those who are able to make, who are coming with the focus of making money, all you have to do is be present for Harsh's live streaming sessions, and as and how hot stocks are being provided to you, make sure that you are utilizing it. How can you utilize it? By copy pasting, just following our instructions and taking the parameters that we are providing, where to enter, where to place your 5% profitability, and the position size. We always recommend you to have a position size between 10 to 15%, right? So we are traders, we are analysts, we are not gamblers, and we will always make sure to risk appropriately and focus on consistent money making. So with these trades closed, I first of all want to make sure that we are currently, sitting with an updated profitability value of 157, right? This is the power that Harsh and Dolphin markets are able to provide to you. Remember, since the content that we are providing to you has so much of value, we are generally reserving our content for VIPs, correct? VIPs are who? People who are willing to invest and people who are willing to take action. A lot of you people out here would be loving listening to what Harsh is saying, and I'm grateful for that. But just by listening is not enough. You have to listen and you have to take action. You have to take the trades. You have to risk. In this world, everything runs on risk. You have to risk to make, the ordinary extraordinary, correct? If you want to be a part of a group that is able to make consistent profits, you have to be a part and take action, right? Since the content that we are providing is of high value content, it is only it is mainly reserved for the VIPs. And since we are in the process of creating awareness in the Indian demographic, where we want people to understand, we want people to be aware that yes, there is a company called as Dolphin Markets, there is a person called as Harsh who is providing us with consistent money making opportunities. We have kept the door open for anyone and everyone who wants to be a part and who wants to see the potential that we offer. But since the content is so valuable, we would be keeping it on a time constraint basis. It will be available only for the next 1 or 2 weeks. After that, we will be shifting from the public streaming sessions to private streaming sessions where people who have taken action of getting onboarded onto dolphin markets and who have decided that yes, we want to follow Harsh, we want to follow what Harsh is talking, what Harsh is analyzing, what Harsh is recommending. You need to be a part, right? And that can only be possible once you become a part of our private live streaming sessions. But for all those people who are new, who are still trying to understand what Dolphin Markets is providing, this is exactly what we are providing, right? Very high value content in terms of analysis, in terms of hot stock recommendations, and in terms of education, right? So please make sure that you want to be a part of our live streaming sessions, correct? But most importantly, I want to know. I have a question for every one of you, and that is: do you want to make a little bit of money in the markets, or do you want to make a lot of money? Right? I'm pretty sure for all of you who have this who would be answering the question that I have asked, it is a no-brainer, right? I mean, every one of you out here are coming with the main purpose of making as much of money, correct? Everyone would be saying, Harsh, come on, that is so simple. Of course, we want to make a lot of money. Now, how can you make a lot of money? You can be making a lot of money by making sure that you are first and foremost attending the live streaming sessions, and second, taking trades, right? The only way that you can take trades is by following the parameters that we are sharing and just copy pasting, right? It is as simple as that. All right. I hope everyone is getting a clear understanding of what I am trying to say. We have been providing you with consistent and with, diligently analyzing the markets and providing you with consistent trade recommendations. Now, based on these trade recommendations, all the way from 18th of September, today is the 25th of November. So we are almost 2 months and 1 week into providing people with our high value content, and we have been very very successful when it comes to taking trades and booking targets, like booking trades in terms of achieving the profit targets as well. In terms of, there was another trade, so I have informed you in terms of marine, and I have informed you in terms of evantel, correct? We even had another trade on evantel itself, and that was again provided to you between an entry between 145 and 146. So let me get back to evantel. To all those people who were looking at our trade recommendations, there was an additional trade that was provided to you on the 22nd, right? So 22nd being a Friday, we had provided to you an additional entry for Evantel, and that was between 145 and 146. Since the prices were sitting right in that area of interest where we were looking at, let me just make sure that the lines are updated. So 145, 1 second. Oops. All right, so 145. 1 second, let me just clone it. All right, cool. 145 and 146. All right, 145 on the 22nd, right? And 146. Now remember, the markets are evolving. There are so many trades that we are looking at. We had provided you with an additional entry during that initial phase. Now remember, with the markets updating, with the markets evolving, this particular hot stock had also been provided with the entries being very similar to the ones provided at entry number two. Let me just showcase to you on the chart. Sorry. So we had provided you with a trade opportunity on Evental on the 22nd. 22nd was Friday, right? So just last week's Friday, a hot stock recommendation that was provided to you on Evental around the same entry area as of the previous entry, correct? Was also accomplished because prices had come and hit our target of 145 and 146. So for those who have entered on this, remember, for a trade recommendation that has been provided, we want to make sure that people are taking advantage of it. Remember, we have been providing you with hot stock recommendations, and we have been providing you with a lot of hot stock recommendations. Now, how many people are entering on which trade is completely, based on the individual interest of the client, correct? But we are trying our best in terms of providing you with as many opportunities as possible so that you can be making consistent money, right? So let me just make sure that this value had also been mentioned. If not, we will update it again. This was basically provided. One second. It is here. Let me cut and paste. All right. So based on Evantil, this was provided. For some reason, if I have not updated, I'm sorry, but we had provided to you with this particular hot stock recommendation as well, which was basically on Evantil itself, and it was between 145 and 146, with our target profit being at one around 155 area itself, right? Since this particular hot stock, let me just go get back to the charts and let me show it to you. I have been showcasing this particular trading opportunity. Let me just showcase you on the charts as well. So for the trade provided on the 22nd for Revantil, we are not able to duplicate it for some reason. One second, I have to clone it and change it. Sometimes, trading view also has some glitches, so I'm sorry if it is creating a nuisance, but the 5% target, which was at 155, has also been achieved, right? Let me just make sure that the values are updated. So as I was mentioning, this particular trade was also provided to you, and we had to make sure that we update the lines as well, right? So sorry, update the charts as well. So let me just update it. This was provided on 22nd. Yes, had provided you with the third entry on Evantil, correct? With our entry being around the same area, plus or minus, right? Being very close to our entry of being in the same area as entry number two. We had provided you with the long in terms of the timing. This one was provided to you at 15:50. So there was this was at 14:06, and the other one was provided to you at 15:15. And this has achieved the 5%. So two trades that were provided to you on Evantil, one being on 19th, which was a Tuesday, and the second being on 22nd of November, which was a Friday. We have been able to achieve a 10% profitability on just one trade, I mean one stock. Two hot stock recommendations on one stock, making a cumulative profitability of 10, right? How commendable that can be. Let me just make sure that we have these values which are taken out from our watch list, from our holdings. Remember, since the trades have been updated from the holding to the tracking, we are showcasing it to you on a real time basis. So for those who have been aware of the consistency that we have been providing, right? So all the way from 18th of September till today, we are not just sitting at 152, we are not just sitting at 157, but we are sitting at 162% profitability. I hope people are able to understand the value of the content that we are trying to provide you, right? With people coming to these live streaming sessions with the aim of just making money, they come back to me. I have a lot of clients and customers who say that, Harsh, you talk so well, you're able to analyze and provide us with complex content in such a simple manner, but at the end, we are here to make money. And that is true, right? Everyone who are attending the live streaming sessions are coming with the main focus of making money. So please make sure to keep attending our live streaming sessions and to keep taking trades, because that is the only way that you can be making money, right? In terms of trades that have been closed, we are currently sitting with an updated value of 39. 39 trades taken over a span of just above 2 months and 162%, right? With the trades that were running, with trades that have been closed, and with trades that have been provided. How wonderful can Monday be? Generally, Monday is considered to be a day when we are back from the weekend to the work days, and people are like, oh, we are back to work. But when such a Monday arises where we are providing you with hot stock recommendations and we are providing you with the updates in terms of price hitting our targets, right? Two trades on Evantil, the trade that was taken on Marine, which had been hit take profit on Friday. But for those who were not able to close it on Friday, today it has hit the target profit completely, right? So we are sitting on a very strong, you know, return on investments, right? 162 to be precise. Marine has not just hit 5%. For those of you who are telling whether Marine has hit 5%, it's not just 5%, but it's 6. Remember, we are providing you with hot stock recommendations, and now whether people are completely utilizing the power that we are showcasing, or either people are taking action or people are just listening. But to all of those, you have to understand that just by listening is not enough. Yes, by listening you feel good about it, you feel good and happy, but if you are not making money, then what is the point, right? Make sure you're following our instructions. Make sure you're taking action, because only once you are taking action is when you can make good amount of money. All right, so this has been a very interesting day today with the hot stock provided. For those people who have entered late, I am giving you another chance to provide with our hot stock recommendations. Today's hot stock recommendations being the National Fertilizers Limited, right, which basically is into the manufacturing and distribution of fertilizers. The hot stock that has been recommended with the parameters of entry being between 110 and 113, and our 5% profitability being between 116 to 120. For those people who again are not sure in terms of whether we should be going all in or what is the position size, first and foremost, we do not say people to go all in. We are not gamblers, we are traders, and the position size that we recommend is between 10 to 15% of your account size, right? Please make sure that you have taken the trade recommendations, because this is how you will be able to make money consistently. Again, for those who want to have a look at the analysis sheet, today's hot stock recommendation has been on NFL, right? So this is the particular hot stock that I was showcasing with the parameters which are provided. For anyone who has entered the live streaming late, you still have the opportunity to take the trade, right? It's only when you take the trade that you can open up the doors to making consistent profits. Everything in today's world requires risk. I'm pretty sure everyone is aware. So make sure you take risk, make sure you position size carefully, and take action, correct? And most importantly, with the updated values, correct? 163% profitability over a span of 39 trades, right? How commendable that can be. Over a span of 39 trades, and we are looking at 2 months, right? Just slightly above 2 months, we have done quite well when comparing to the overall correction that has been taking place in the stock market. Let us have a look at all the other pairs as well. Remember, in terms of Hind oil, we were looking at this particular stock, but since the corrections have been significant in the international markets, right, in the international crude oil prices, the Indian oil sector has taken a hit as well, right? And with geopolitical concerns, whenever there is a geopolitical concern happening across the globe, the oil sector is always impacted the most significantly, correct? So with the Indian sector not being different from the international markets, the Indian sector as well as the Indian companies all uh, you know uh, oil the stocks that the companies that are coming to the oil sector are being affected as well. We were expecting prices to have a correction to the key resistance area at 191, right? And prices have come again to the same area. We have been providing you with entries all the way from 18th, because based on our hot stock our analysis, sorry, we had provided you with these entries, but because of the macroeconomic factors that have started to come into play, we had to, the stock has not been doing quite well. But as and how the markets are, the markets are dynamic, the markets are not stagnant. The markets are based on probabilities and not on certainty. So for any other instruction, any other set of instructions that would be provided, we will let you know, right? Now, in terms of Annapurna had done quite well. We had talked about this day in and day out, where prices had come into an area of interest, and we had informed people to close trades as well. RBL Bank was phenomenal where it had hit the 5% profitability target, but we have since we have entry which was provided to you on the 14th of October as well, around 202.05, the purple color, sorry, the orange color dotted line is where the average price is, right? Since the prices were correcting, we had entered an additional, we had provided you with an additional entry around the 14th of November, and that particular entry has hit target. But for those who have taken trades on entry 1 and on entry 2, the orange dotted line is where the average price for the two trades are existing, correct? So we will keep you updated. Right now, price is sitting exactly at the flip zone area. If prices are able to close above the flip zone area, which is around the 160 price area, we will have more optimism in terms of price continuing to the next field of resistance, correct? Which is going to be around the 175. So we will keep you updated for this particular hot stock as well. Evantel has done phenomenal. We had provided you with not one, not two, but with three entries. Yes, for those who had taken entry, the trade at entry one, the prices had come into the 5% profitability target area. We have provided you with entry 2 on 19th, entry 3 on 22nd. Both of them have been phenomenal in terms of achieving the 5%, right? So we have made not 5, but we have made 10% profitability, right? Just on Evantel. Yes, the markets are correcting, but that is how we improvise. We adapt to the changes in the market conditions. And based on the adaptations to the changes, we are able to make money even when the stocks are, falling or correcting. That is the power that Harsh and Dolphin markets are able to provide to you. Even when the markets are going against, we adapt, we improvise, and we make money. All right. In terms of Punawala being a non-finance banking company, right? It's a non-banking finance company engaging in the provision of asset, consumer, and MSME financing through its pan-India branch network. It is a non-banking finance company, right? But since it is in the finance fee sector, we had provided to you with one, two, and three entry opportunities, right? The prices have been currently holding the so-called chart pattern formation called as an inverted head and shoulders, correct? Now, with the inverted head and shoulders holding, the prices have returned back to our entry number three. We will again keep an eye on this particular hot stock because with the current support being held and with the opposite resistance. Now, in terms of the opposite resistance, we will be looking at an area between 372.5, right? So, around that area is where we would be expecting the prices to retrace to. Let the markets as in how the markets are updating, we will, as in how the markets are moving, we will update you for any changes in this particular hot stock as well. In terms of IP rings, as you can see, IP rings is basically engaging in the manufacture of auto components, right? So it is a producer manufacturing and it is coming into the industrial conglomerates. With the current support at 194 area, the prices are right now within it, right? We had provided you with an entry between 200 and 205 as the current market suggests. The prices are still being held at support and we do expect the prices to come back to the opposite key resistance area, which is around the 220 level, correct? We will keep an eye on this particular hot stock as well and we will update you. In terms of marine, the profit target of 5% is achieved. And with today's hot stock recommendations, National Fertilizers Limited, to everyone, please make sure you take action because it is only once you take action that you can be making money consistently. Remember, we have been providing you not one or two trades, we have been providing you with more than 39 trades. 39 trades that have been taken and that have been squared off. Isn't that commendable? We do have trades that are also running currently. As in how the markets improvise, we will update you. So, ladies and gentlemen, hopefully everyone has been following what Harsh is saying and have been taking and copy pasting the parameters of entry, 5% profitability and position sizing on your trading accounts as well. Since we are entering into the financial markets of the Indian demography, we are providing you with hot stock recommendations in the Indian share market, correct? And even with us entering into a new market such as the Indian share market, we have been so successful in achieving the 163% profitability. If we can do so well in a market that we are just entering into, you can be rest assured that we can do much better in the international markets, correct? The forex, the gold and CFD markets, because we at Dolphin Markets are already established internationally. We have our offices in Australia, in Hong Kong, and in the United Kingdom. We are already established internationally and we have been performing quite significantly in our international branches. Since we are entering into the Indian market, we are providing with hot stock recommendations in the Indian market. And we have been quite phenomenal, right? When it comes to 163% over a span of 2 months and with 39 trades taken. How fantastic that can be, right? So I hope everyone has had a good understanding. Let me give you a quick recap in terms of what we have covered. We went through the market conditions. For those of you who are not aware, today's index, right? I'm talking about Nifty, has gapped up by almost 1.55 to 1.6% because of the optimism in the election results that have taken place in Maharashtra. With such an optimism that has come out, it has had a ripple effect on the individual Indian shares as well, right? Indian stocks. So we provided you with the main focus that was today, that was based on the profit taking that has already taken place. We had provided you with the hot stocks that have achieved the 5% profitability. We had talked about marine. For those of you who were able to exit this particular trade on Friday, commendable. But for those who were not able to close their trades on Friday, today the prices have returned back to the entry, and I hope everyone has taken their 5% profitability. Right, you have made 5% today, and the second, sorry, the second hot stock recommendation, not one but two hot stock recommendations on a single stock that was provided was on Evantel, right? We had provided you with entries around the 145, 146, and 148 areas. The prices have entered perfectly to the 5% target. To everyone who has taken this opportunity, trading recommendation, and who has made money, a huge congratulations to everyone. All right, so we have not made 5 or 10, we have made almost 15%, right? Not 15 but 16%, because Eventil has given us around 6% on the third entry as well. And in terms of the other hot stock recommendations that are currently going, as and how the markets are updating, as and how the markets are improvising, we will keep you updated. All right, so I hope everyone has had a good understanding, and I hope everyone has followed the instructions of what Harsha said, right? Because, like I said to all my clients and to all my viewers, when Harsh is here, there is nothing to fear. All right, so I hope everyone had a great learning session. Make sure to attend all our live streaming sessions. It's only when you attend all my live streaming sessions you will be able to unfold the power of money making, right? And not just unfold the power of money making, we provide you with learning opportunities as well, right? Where we would be focusing on the third session. I provide you with live streaming sessions all the way from Monday to Friday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And I will personally make sure to provide you with 3 live streaming sessions. So please make sure to keep attending all our live streaming sessions. Make sure you are attending, and not just attending for money making but attending for learning as well. When you can earn and learn together at the same time, the combination is very lethal, correct? It's very, very intense when you can make money and when you can learn together. So make sure you're attending all my live streaming sessions. I will catch up with you in the second live streaming session, which will be based again on what the markets are showcasing. Today has been a great day in terms of sorry, in terms of the optimism that has been rejuvenated in the markets. And based on the optimism, we expect the other hot stock recommendations that we have, provided to you, the trades that have been running, we expect them to for them to have a bullish sentiment as well. So make sure you are attending the second live streaming session, where I will keep you updated with all the necessary changes. And if I do come across a hot stock recommendation, I will let you know. All right, so make sure you attend the second live streaming session. So everyone, I hope everyone had a great learning, a great understanding for today's session, and I'll catch you again for the second live streaming session. So until then, have a great day. Namaste and take care. Bye bye.